What's up? It's Jamani. Before I start this video, I want to say I'm not a mental health professional, so anything I say in this video could be wrong because I'm nobody to diagnose anyone else. But I started this video because, sometimes when I have my personal time and I'm just chilling and I'm kind of down bad mentally, I like to watch psychology videos and try to learn about myself, really self-diagnose, but then I also find it interesting in as well. So this video is mostly about being friends with a psychopath. And what I'm learning is psychopath is more of a term, not necessarily a term that's actually used in the mental health professionals. Does not include psychopath as a diagnosis. So, I'm just Googling a few different things so I kind of know what to say for this video. But yeah, so psychopath is more of traits, right? Like that's what I'm going to be using the term psychopath for, to describe the traits that I have, that my friend has, but also traits that I see in myself as well. I've talked about myself being a narcissist. I talked about feeling like I might have borderline personality disorder, and I'm trying to be better. And I'm really I do self-diagnose, and I also reflect. That's where it really comes from. Because I can only go through the problems that I've been going through for so long. And being someone that genuinely wants better for themselves, I have to consider where the root to my problems is. And if I'm not going to be insane, what can I do differently? What am I going to, first of all, understanding what needs to be done or understanding what the problem is first, and then looking at the options of what needs to be done, then look at what I'm doing, and then kind of go from there. Even though I've had my share of insanity and delusion over the years because I wanted to do things a certain way. But that's just talking about me. I'm here to talk about someone that I used to consider as a friend, and I'm going through a lot of change right now too, and I'm really trying to stick to that change, where separating myself from this person is for good, because I knew this person for a long time. And I just want to talk about, traits of a psychopath, So, let me see. I got so many different things here. So, core psychopathic traits: lack of remorse or guilt. That applies to this person that I know. Lack of empathy. They have difficult understanding or sharing the feelings of others. I think empathy more on an emotional level, where they just don't. I think this person understands how people feels, but they don't care. They genuinely don't feel the empathy. And that could just be, I think it might be genetic. But again, let me get into more traits. Manipulation and deception is a big one. That is a big part on why I'm recording this video, is because I know this person to be very manipulative and deceiving. As long as I knew this person, okay. So psychopaths are often skilled at lying, manipulating others for their own personal gain. Impulsivity, which this one I don't see that applies to this person I'm talking about. I actually feel like that applies to me more than it applies to who I'm talking about. They tend to act without thinking about the consequences of their actions. Now, I do think about the consequences of my actions, but my tolerance and just where I'm at in life at this point, where I'm very likely to be, I don't know what's the difference from impulsive and compulsive, honestly, but I just know I act off emotion. And kind of why I'm recording this video is more of on an emotion. Like I don't know how to handle this situation, because this person that I'm talking about will continue to come in my life, even though I've made it clear that I don't want to associate with this person. And, there'll be times I'll reconnect, but I'm done reconnecting. And, yeah, but to back on the impulsive thing, like, I feel like that applies to me more than them. Like this person kind of plans out, how to act, you know what I mean? I don't know if they think about the consequences. I really don't know, but I just see them more as like kind of observant and pay attention and you know, just more cautious compared to me. Superficial charm and grandiose sense of self-worth. Now this part, you know, they can appear charming and confident, but this is often a mess for their lack of empathy and remorse. I've dealt with this so much. This person is very charming, very cool, very friendly, but it's all an act. And I know that, they know that, but nobody else knows that. And I hate the fact that I've been around this person and I know this person for who they are, and this person would turn other people against me, not knowing who this person is. And you know, just seeing this person play both sides to people, like where this person will literally be like on the phone with somebody having a conversation, making it seem like everything's cool, everything's okay. As soon as they get off the phone, they're talking completely bad about this person in the most negative way, like immediately. I've seen this over 100 times, literally, throughout. I've knew this person for a long time, and they will do things like that. Like they'll be in somebody's face, ha ha ha, what's up, and you know, as soon as the other person turns their back, they'll just, it's like they'll remove their mask. And you know, and I think everyone kind of, you probably seen it. Like I know I've seen it at work a lot, you know what I mean? But there's levels to a lot of this stuff too. So again, you know, I'm just kind of expressing like what I've seen and what I've known. It's kind of like knowing somebody that's a snake, but everyone else like doesn't realize that, you know, this person is very dangerous. Need for stimulation. They crave excitement and may become bored easily. I think that applies to me too. So, you know, I go to the casino, I gamble for dopamine. So I do. And then I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's like callousness or disregard for others, lack of empathy. They have a limited concern for others' feelings and well-being for others. Exactly. This person will pretend like they actually care about your well-being, but really they only care about controlling you. So, you know, I know this person to talk about like, yo, like, I just want you to be better. I just want the better for you. But really they want you to listen to what they have to say just because they want you to, I don't even know how to pronounce, I don't know how to talk. They want to be superior to you, right? So this person will tell you to do things and they'll make it seem as if they're coming from a place of love, but they're really coming from a place of control and grandiose, just, you know, just thinking they're better than you, they're smarter than you. So yeah, these are core psychopathic traits. I know I'm making this very long, and I'm probably not, I haven't been posting content anyways lately, so this is just something for you guys to watch until I decide to post. So I kind of really been down bad mentally, and that's kind of when I get into like the whole psychology videos, because I need to recover. I need to take time to really, like, you know, self-reflect and be like, you know, I got to make some changes in my life because I'm just not doing too well. And the thing with psychopaths or psychopath characteristics, personality traits, whatever, sometimes it can overlap with antisocial disorder, I think, or antisocial traits and behavior. And the difference between sociopaths and versus psychopaths, we're not talking about sociopaths, we're just talking about psychopaths, because I looked at the difference from a sociopath. Sociopath may have a weak conscience, quick to anger with confronted with their behavior, often have legal issues. And yeah, I think I'm, me personally, just in comparison to myself, I think I'm more of a sociopath than I am a psychopath. But I'm a narcissist for sure. But I do pride myself on having empathy. I do have empathy for people. So that's where I kind of separate myself from a lot of this. Like when it comes to the negative things. One thing I learned that is all psychopaths are narcissistic, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. So I am a narcissist, but I am not a psychopath. Being a psychopath is characterized by distinct sets of traits, including lack of empathy and remorse, manipulative behavior. Again, the manipulative stuff, like I just know this person to be very, 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 very manipulative, and disregard for social norms too. And that's one thing I've learned about this person too. Like social norms, like they have a belief system that they separate themselves from society, and they just have their own belief system that I think it has, like, it's connected with their insecurities and stuff like that. And again, with everything I'm saying, you might feel like it applies to you. You might feel like it applies to someone you know. There's levels to all of these stuff. And when it comes to the manipulation, I'm talking about at a very, very high level where I could give you more than 20 examples, literally probably more than 50 if I could remember, like all of them throughout the time that I've knew this person, of just like manipulation, and always turning other people against each other without them knowing it, lying about things, that they have, lying about things that they don't have, pretending to care for someone, not really caring for them, just wanting validation from them, or a sense of like some kind of like, as a narcissist, I or just as a person too, I think we all want a sense of validation, but I kind of compare it to like being a guy, right? When it comes to like, you have a woman that you just want to have a physical relationship with versus a woman that you actually want, or you want to get married to, right? Let's focus on the woman that you just want a physical relationship with, right? You might lie to her and tell her like, oh, you actually like her and she's beautiful, but you really don't mean that. You just kind of just trying to have a one night with her. I know a lot of guys can relate to that to some degree, but imagine being like that with everyone, where you're just like, you're always telling somebody things that you feel like they want to hear, just so you could get whatever it is that you want, whatever you're, whether it could just be to a connection with them, some kind of relationship, so you could get some kind of what you would call it, I think they call it narcissist, what is it, narcissist, they got all kinds of names for this stuff, and I can relate to a lot of this stuff too, because I have some of these traits. But again, I'm talking about levels where I could separate myself from this simply just on empathy alone. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to kind of break that down, because this is someone that they're definitely gonna watch this video. They follow me, they're always trying to reconnect with me, but I'm at a growing point. Like, I'm at a transitioning point where I'm really trying, and it's not even just trying to, I know how important it is for me to change, and for the better. And I'm just tired of myself. And it really kind of starts with just like, reflecting on myself, but also being angry at some of the things I can't control, or the things that was done to me by this person in particular. Like, the amount of times that this person has manipulated me and people around me. And I'm just tired of it, man. And I know when you see this, I just want you to know, I know you're gonna lie, I know you're gonna do what you do. Listen, I'm not playing. I don't rock with you. I don't want nothing to do with you, and that's permanent. I hope maybe one day you do change. I don't care what you do in your life. I was trying to find ways on like, how can I deal with someone with psychopathic traits, and like find like an answer for this, and like really kind of, it's kind of, because they're gonna always keep coming back to you, because they want to reconnect and things like that. But because you're like a toy to them, that they could, when they want to play with you and you're useful, you have some value. It's kind of like that. So I'm like, and then me, like, I'm kind of like with people in my life, like, I'm only talking about one person in particular, versus like a lot of my other friends, it goes 50-50, where it's like, I'm mad at my friends because I felt like they weren't there for me. But at the same time, I got to question what have I done for them? You know what I mean? So, but this person I'm talking about they're in a whole separate lane of manipulation and lack of empathy, where I'm putting 90% of the blame on them, because I didn't really fully understand this person until I started paying attention to the relationships that they have with other people. So the relationship that I had with them, I knew I was being lied to. I knew I was being gaslighted, but I'm like, you know, for me to fully know, I started to really understand who this person is. I paid more attention to the relationships that they had with people they were in relationships with. I started paying attention to the relationships they had with their other friends, with their family, with strangers, and that let me know that reinsured what I already knew, you know, that this person is manipulative, is abusive, is psychopathic, disregarding other people's feelings, and I know what I know, and this person knows that I know. But the thing about someone like that is they don't care, so they're going to continue to do what they want to do if there's room for them to do that. So I'm making this video because I know they're going to watch this video to say, like, yo, leave me alone. Like, this is a warning to let you know I'm not the same, and I am going through my personal changes. But with you in particular, I definitely got love for you, but I know the core root of who you are as a person, and I'm done with you. And I can't go. I'm really done, and you know that. But like, I'm letting you know that you're gonna get a different version of me that you've never seen before if you try to interfere with me again. So this is to my psychopathic friend. It's over, like, for real. And hopefully you know how serious I am, you know, because I do got love for you, as a friend, as the relationship we had. But knowing the core, I've seen this person get worse over time, right? So I was talking directly to them. But the biggest problem that I had with this person is I seen this person get smarter. I seen this person just manipulate in ways that I wasn't, even in more recent times. It was harder for me to kind of catch on because there's been gaps in between, you know what I mean, understanding, like being consistent with this person, or, you know, fully understanding, like, you know, how they've grown. And I just see how dangerous that this person is. So best thing I could do is kind of record this video that it helps me feel better, because, you know, again, one thing that this person has done to me was they've talked bad about me towards, like, social groups of other people, and they've always, like, I have so many things that I could say, but I don't want to make it. I'm hoping that I could just record this video and never have to, like, you know, get in more detail, because this is a real subliminal, general, you know what I'm saying? It's directed at somebody, but, like, I don't want to have to direct it. But, you know, I kind of just want to express myself too, because, again, when you're dealing with someone like this, it hurts. And, you know, this is a person that is going to always lie, always going to play the victim, is going to, you know, get angry, like literally scream, yell, and do all of this crazy stuff. And I've done that. I do that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do have that similar, like, I'm not, you know, the type to call someone else a narcissist, knowing that I'm a narcissist as well. Or, again, I'm not anyone to diagnose anyone, because I'm not a professional in a medical field. But I know enough about this person to know that there's something seriously wrong with this person. And from the outside looking in, if you saw me and you saw this person, you would think that I'm more of a problem than they are, based on my viral videos, based on my gambling addiction. Like, but this person is so much more dangerous, because you're not going to see this person coming. Like, this person is a snake. You know, this person is literally, by the time the damage is done, it's already too late. And that's always been the case with me and this person, with mutual groups of people, where a lot of people favorite this person more than they favorite me, or at least that's the way I felt. Because this person always had a big group of friends, or they're able to fit into society very well. But again, that's through fake smiles and laughs, and the more I kind of keep it real, where I kind of have like a straight face, but it's more genuine. Would you rather have someone with a straight face that is more genuine, or someone with a fake smile? You know, just think about that, you know what I mean? Or even a sad face that's genuine, or someone with a fake smile. If you're close to someone like that, you know, man, So again, I just using this 20 minutes. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna make this 20 minutes long. I'm taking a break on gambling too. So it's been like, well, been like 5 days since I uploaded a video. I haven't been gambling, but I'm not going to gamble. I got to get myself out of debt. I got to reflect on my personal characteristics. I have to make change, or I'm going to end up 6 feet, you know, or I'm going to end up in jail because, you know, I really just can't afford to continue to make these same mistakes. And I'm trying to make progression, and I am making progression. I just got to make some changes too. And it's up to me to do it. And I know I want to do it. But yeah, I just kind of had this sitting on my head too a little bit, where it's like on my mind, where I'm like, yo, I'm dealing with this person that is always trying to come into my life that I know is no good not for me, but for anyone. You know, this person lacks empathy. Like literally, they have no concern on how other people feel, and they just use people that they see fit. And I never thought I would ever develop a close relationship with someone like that, to that degree. So I just want to kind of expose that without exposing it. Not that I have to. It just makes me feel better. And again, I know you watching. I'm assuming you're gonna watch this whole video. Stay away from me, dog. There's a different version of me that you've never met, and I'm trying to say that nicely, you know. Good luck in life. I don't want nothing to do with you. I know who you are. I know what you are, and I can't do it no more. And I'm making changes, and yeah, that's it. That's just me kind of putting that out there. Again, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also talking to this person as well. Man, listen, if you take anything from my content, man, I would hope that, you know, you could self-reflect on yourself as well as others. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to point the finger and blame other people, but make sure you take accountability for what you do wrong. Try to progress on your own flaws, as well as understanding, you know, everything around you too. So, because that's who I am, and that's what I am. I'm just trying to, like, you know, do better for myself, you know, as a person, but also be cautious with a lot of everything around me too, because, you know, I'm far from perfect, but that also applies to everything around me. So, yeah, was friends with a psychopath, someone that has psychopathic characteristics, and I'm no longer associating with that person, and that's it, man, for now.